Be yourself, not for the idea of what you think somebody else's idea of yourself should be. What is the peak of fulfillment for you? It's not going to be a one-off thing. It's going to take time and effort to stick with, even under challenging circumstances. Again, do not rush. Give yourself time. Hi there, welcome on here once again, and today we'll be talking about navigating your core values. To be honest, this wasn't something I consciously sat down to think about at the time, and I didn't even know it was going to be, one of my core values. Loving God and man was just something I had written at the beginning of the year in my diary as my personal thing for that year. And surely it did reflect in my living through that particular year. It was only after that year I figured out it was a constant and non-negotiable one in navigating life. And with time, I got hold of the others. Many others like me would unconsciously be able to figure out their core values, while others might have to intentionally have it figured out. It's also not uncommon for organizations to spell out its core values to newly employed and reiterating to existing employees to drive the vision of the organization. So what are core values? Core values are principles or beliefs that a person or an organization views as being of central importance. As we journey through life, we certainly need guiding values, which would serve as an inner compass that keeps us aligned with our true self, leading us towards living our best life, finding meaning, fulfillment, and purpose. To be honest, you won't have it all figured out at once, but as you pay attention to living, you'll gain clarity about each one. Life evolves, you would too. So with your experiences and ultimately your core values. For core values to be discovered, the inside-out approach could be helpful. It's imperative to look on the inside out and become self-aware. Look at the experiences of each day. What makes you live for joy? What excites you? What makes you bothered or grieved? You get more excited when you get to help others, or you get more excited when your social media followership increases. Every positive thing will certainly excite you, but would be in varying degrees. So, what is the peak of fulfillment for you? What keeps you in check? What inner voice whispers consistently? What is one thing you could undertake without a prior prompt, or if you are suddenly waking up from sleep? What are you passionate about? And from outside, what do we desire in people around us? What attracts you to people? Is it their kindness? Is it their charisma? Is it their character? What don't you often appreciate in others? Is it lying? Is it laziness? What irks and gets on your nerve by a person, a community, or an organization? Another thing important on navigating and discovering your core values would be journaling. An old Chinese proverb says that the faintest ink is more powerful than the strongest memory, reminding us of the importance of documenting your experiences. You can't have all of those things in your head alone. Moving on, consistency is another thing that would help out. It's not going to be a one-off thing. It's going to take time and effort to stick with, even under challenging circumstances. From culminating all your daily experiences, your core values begin to come to the fore. As you remain consistent, you will finally have a grasp on it. Again, do not rush. Give yourself time. Know the whys and be fully persuaded and convicted. Don't take in somebody else's core values just for the sake of it. Be yourself, not for the idea of what you think somebody else's idea of yourself should be. Having a set of core values would confer a number of advantages which includes influencing your identity. There would be an average impression most people would have about you if asked, and that certainly is a reflection of what matters to you. Having a core value helps you to live authentically. Your core values define who you are as a person, and you are more likely to stand up for what is important to you anywhere and anytime. It also helps in choosing a job that mirrors your being. If you're a person that stands for integrity, you'd feel as though dead staying in an organization or a community with principles negating that. If you have been able to identify your core values, that's great, keep up at it. If you are yet to, here is a perfect reminder that it's never too late, regardless of your age, to navigate and discover your core values.